let's say any alcoholic, all right, that you love, you care about, who you're watching destroy, like he's or her is watching destroy, you're watching them destroy their lives, and you are helpless. You know you're helpless. You've accepted that you're helpless. It still doesn't make it any easier, does it, to watch a person just get in their own way? And I did that. I got in my own way constantly. I remember, I've told the story, jumping up, getting ready to walk out on a guy who was helping me. He was giving me really valuable feedback about me. So he was telling me about myself, reality, truths about me that I didn't want to hear, I didn't want to see, I didn't want to. What I was most offended about was that he was not softening his approach to it. So it'd be like, hey, does my breath stink? Yes, your breath does stink. It stinks very bad. How would you feel about that? You see what I'm saying? You want the answer to be no, your breath doesn't stink. Now, somebody who does not really care about you would say, no, you're fine. You're fine. Your breath smells fine. Let's go on out to the pubs and the taverns and the dance clubs. You get out there and the women are all running from you. Right? That's not very nice. It's not very nice. It feels better, right, to be lied to. But it's not very nice for somebody who professes to care about you to not give it to you straight, to not tell you the truth. Which would you rather have? So here I was in this meeting with this guy, and here he was telling me things about myself directly like that. Like, yeah, your breath does stink. Your haircut is messed up. Your clothes are out of date. I do smell the body odor coming from you. So how would you feel about that? You wouldn't like it. And I'm not saying a person has to like it. I'm saying a person has to be accepting of that sort of feedback in order to get better, right? All right, thank you. I'm going to go brush my teeth. Thank you. I'm going to go get a better haircut. Thank you. I'm going to go shower, put on some deodorant. I appreciate it. I would have never known that my breath stank, or that my hair looked like that, or that my clothes, or that I was being perceived that way without this invaluable feedback that you're giving me. Thank you. I appreciate it. So that's the sort of thing we're talking about here. It's not pleasant, but it sure is helpful, isn't it? And that's the type of information and influence we need in our lives when we're unhealthy. We don't need the person there who's going to say what we want to hear. We need the person who's going to say what they truly observing. And that's what that guy did for me that day. He told me some things about myself. I was ready to hop up. I've even told folks that, and this is true, he had a picture on his wall. And in my imagination, I was thinking, I'll knock that blankety blank picture off his wall. I'll punch the door, or I'll kick it open, and I'll just walk out of here and I'll never come back. And then something inside of me said, if you do this, you're an idiot. You're cutting off. You yourself are getting in your own way. You yourself are going to be the thing preventing yourself from any possibility of getting better. And that's when I sat down and I said that to him. I looked defeated. I looked beaten. And I said to him, I don't know why, but I'm always getting in my own way. And he got up from the chair. He was sitting across from me, and he got up and he come over. He put his arm around me. He said, "It's okay. It's okay. You're on the right path now." But he needed for me to surrender in order for him to be able to do anything for me. This woman I'm telling you about is in that I know best mode. She's in that I got this under control mode. And she's just walked out the door. Knocked the picture off the wall, walked out the door with that treasure right there in her grasp. She herself is getting in her own way. It's absolute lunacy. She's apparently passed up an incredible opportunity to understand and recover from her emotional disorder, whatever that emotional disorder might be, in a genuine way. Because why? Because from one day to the next, listen, on one day, she thought, the name of what I'm dealing with is this. And on the next day, somebody told her, no, the name of what you're dealing with is this. So she goes, oh, okay. So this thing that was really valuable and could have helped me yesterday is no longer valuable, and it can no longer help me. Do you see the lunacy of that? I deal with it all the time. Based on the name somebody's given her emotional disorder, the thinking changed from it can help me to there's no way that can help me, because all this stuff I'm dealing with has a different name now. So it can't help me. Absolute lunacy.